Good afternoon, students. So in the previous section we have solved some problems. In that they had given some situations to represent them algebraically as well as graphically. So now we have learnt how to represent the two equations graphically, and now the next question is, can we find the solution of those graphical representation? And the two lines may be coincident lines, whereas parallel lines and intersecting lines. So for all these three lines, can we find the solution through the graph? So that's what the next concept it is. So graphical method of solution of pair of linear equations. So I have taken the three cases here: intersecting lines, parallel lines and coincident lines. Here the two lines are intersecting at this particular point. In this case, pair of equations has a unique solution. So if it has a unique solution, we can also say that it is a consistent pair of equations. So those two equations are called consistent pair of equations. So this is all about the intersecting lines. Next it is parallel lines. So these two lines are parallel. If we represent them graphically, we get a graph like this. So now in this case, the equations have no solution because these two lines will never meet each other. So that is why they have no solution. So if it has no solution for those two equations, we say that inconsistent pair of equations. Then the last one, it is coincident lines or overlapping lines. So here the two lines are overlapping. So whenever they are overlapping, those two equations have infinitely many solutions. That means every point on the line is a solution. So that is why the name is infinitely many solutions, or else we can also say that it is dependent or consistent pair of equations. So these are the three cases, and then in the next concept we will take up three examples, then we will note down their ratios. So here I have taken three pair of linear equations. So the first set, it is x minus 2y equal to 0 and 3x plus 4y minus 20 equal to 0. And the second set, it is 2x plus 3y minus 9 equal to 0 and 4x plus 6y minus 18 equal to 0. And the third pair of linear equation, it is x plus 2y minus 4 equal to 0 and 2x plus 4y minus 12 which is equal to 0. So these three are the example problems of 3.1 exercise. So now see here, now we'll go for the ratios of their coefficients a1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2. So in the first class I have discussed about the general form of a pair of linear equation in two variables. So it is a1x plus b1y plus c1 which is equal to 0, and then a2x plus b2y plus c2 which is equal to 0. So this is the general form of a pair of linear equation in two variables. So here I will go for a1 by a2. So here a1 value, it is 1. So a1 by a2, this is a1, this is a2. So it is 1 by 3. So a1 by a2, it is 1 by 3. Then for the same set of equation, we have to go for b1 by b2. What is the value of b1 here? It is minus 2. And then b2 value, it is 4. So minus 2 divided by 4, and then you go for c1 by c2. What is c1 here? C1 value will be 0. We do not have the term c here. See here, c1. So that is missing. So it will be 0. So 0 divided by minus 20. So 0 divided by minus 20. So now observe one thing here. So here a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. So here 2 ones are 2 twos are, we get minus 1 by 2, whereas here it is 1 by 3. Therefore this clearly shows that a1 by a2 not equal to b1 by b2. So a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. So if a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, then they are intersecting lines. So you can go back to the example problem and check the graphical representation of this pair of equations. It is intersecting lines. So the graphical representation, it is intersecting lines. Intersecting lines. So what about the algebraic interpretation now. So exactly one solution or unique solution. So exactly one solution, or unique solution. Or unique solution. So now go for the second example problem here. Let us note down the ratios now. A1 by A2, it is 2 by 4. So we get 2 by 4. Then you go for B1 by B2, 3 by 6. So it is 3 by 6. And then C1 by C2, it is minus 9 divided by minus 18. Minus 9 divided by minus 18. So now see here. So here also if you simplify this, we get 1 by 2. So if you simplify this, again we get 1 by 2. So here minus by minus it is plus, again we get 1 by 2. All the three ratios are equal now. So A1 by A2, which is equal to B1 by B2, which is equal to C1 by C2. If all the three ratios are equal, then they are coincident lines. So go back to the example problem and check the graphical representation of these two lines now. It will be obviously coincident lines. So it is coincident lines. Coincident lines. So if they are coincident lines, they have infinitely many solutions. So infinitely many solutions. Infinitely many solutions. So now I go for the third example now. So see here, let us note down A1 by A2. A1 value it is 1. A1 by A2 will be 1 by 2. Then now I go for B1 by B2. So it is 2 by 4. So I get 2 by 4. Then note down C1 by C2. It is minus 4 divided by minus 12. 4 divided by minus 12. Now let us simplify the ratios now. 1 by 2, write it as it is. Then 2 by 4, if you simplify, we get 1 by 2. That means A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2. But what about C1 by C2 now? Minus by minus it is plus. 4 ones are 4 threes are. We get 1 by 3 here. So here A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2, which is not equal to C1 by C2. So here A1 by A2, which is equal to B1 by B2, which is not equal to C1 by C2, which is not equal to C1 by C2. In this case, we say that they are parallel lines. They are parallel lines. They are parallel lines. So if they are parallel lines, they do not have any solution. So it is no solution. So what did you observe from this table? So in the previous section, we used to draw the graph, and then we used to come to the conclusion that they are intersecting lines, parallel lines, and then coincident lines. Now without drawing the graph, we can come to the conclusion that their intersecting lines are coincident and parallel based on their ratios and then comparison of their ratios. See here. So now if A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2, now onwards we can say that they are intersecting lines. If they are intersecting lines, they have exactly one solution. So now, and then if A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2, which is equal to C1 by C2, then the two lines are coincident lines. If the two lines are coincident lines, then they have infinitely many solutions. And then if the ratio is A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 but not equal to C1 by C2. So if this is the condition, then those two lines are parallel lines. If they are parallel lines, they do not have any solution. If they do not have any solution, then for those two equations we say that inconsistent equations. So this is all about this particular table. Let us solve an example problem. Check graphically whether the pair of equations x plus 3y is equals to 6 and 2x minus 3y is equals to 12 is consistent? If so, solve them graphically. Consistent means it has to be intersecting or coincident, not parallel lines. So now see here, write the given equations as it is. X plus 3y which is equal to 6, I call this as equation number 1. Then second one, 2x minus 3y which is equal to 12, I call this as equation number 2. So now from equation 1 and equation 2 we have to separate y. So from equation 1 y which is equal to 6 minus x divided by 3. 6 minus x divided by 3. So for this we have to write the table. So here I take some x and y values. So now if x is equals to 0, so what do we get now? 6 minus 0 it is 6, 6 divided by 3 it is 2. Then now if x equal to 6 minus 6 will be 0, 0 by anything is always 0. So if x is 6, y will be 0. So this is the first table. Next we have to go for the second equation. From the second equation separate y. So from equation 2 y which is equal to, so what do we get now? Y which is equal to 2x minus 12 divided by 3. 2x minus 12 divided by 3. So now for this we have to go for the table. This is x and y. So now let us take x value as 3. So if we take x as 3, we get 2 into 3 it is 6. 6 minus 12 it is minus 6. Minus 6 divided by 3 it is minus 2. Then now you take x as 6. So see here, 2 into 6 it is 12. 12 minus 12 it is 0. 0 by anything is always 0. So if we take x as 6, y is going to be 0. So we have got both the tables. For these two tables we have to plot the graph. So let us go for the graph now. X origin and then y, this is x dash, this will be y dash. So now it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, then here it is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, then here it is minus 1, minus 2, then minus 3. So let us go for the first table now. x0, y2, x0, y2, it is this point. Then what is the next point now? x6, y0, that means the point is 6 comma 0. So x value 6, y value 0, it will be this point. So now let us join these two with a straight line. Then now you go for the second table. So x3, y minus 2, x3, y will be minus 2. So somewhere here. And then x6, y 0, x value 6 and y value 0. So see here, x6 and y 0 means it is the same point. So we have to join these 2 points with the help of straight line. Yes. So now let us extend this line a little bit to avoid the confusion. So I am extending x axis little bit. So this is 7, then it is 8. So now see here. So let us write the equations of both the lines. It is x plus 3y which is equal to 6, and then equation of this line it is 2x minus 3y which is equal to 12. So now what is this point of intersection now? It is 6, 0. So this point is 6, 0. That means the two lines are intersecting. If they are intersecting lines, then they are consistent equations. See here, check whether the pair of equations is consistent. Yes, these two equations are consistent because they are intersecting at a point. So what is the solution of these two equations now? It has a unique solution. Since these two are intersecting lines, it must have a unique solution or exactly one solution. The solution is 6, 0. What does it indicate now? X value 6 and y value 0. So see here, the two lines are intersecting. The two lines are intersecting at one point. The pair of equations, the pair of equations are consistent. Hence the solution is therefore the solution is x equal to 6 and y equal to 0. X is equals to 6 and then y which is equal to 0. So this is all about the first example problem.